Heads up, if you have kids around, parental advisory is in effect.
Parental advisory is in effect.
This is the Bonus Bone Podcast with Lamont and Baby Huey and Chasta.
Woo! Welcome back, friends, to the Bonus Bone Podcast. Chasta, Lamont, and Baby Huey. And then there were three.
That's right.
Janelle isn't able to be with us today, but that's all right. We're going to move on without him, even though he's always missed. We love him. We're talking weather stories today. We have gone through weeks. I'm not exaggerating.
Weeks of the most friggin' hideous kind of blah weather in the history of mankind.
Flash floods, washed out roads, sinkholes.
Right.
I mean, it's just been insane. Yesterday, as it's starting to clear up, and I'm like nervous to even say that, knock on wood. Yesterday, my son wakes up, the first thing he says is, "Mommy, will it rain forever in California?" And I'm
it seemed like it.
It really was starting to seem that way.
Yeah.
And then we did go out on a walk because there was a little break and we got caught in the rain, of course. It started pouring on our way back. But we were just seeing water everywhere. I mean, of course, the creeks were like way, way up. But I'm talking little rivers and places you've never seen water at all. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Sandbags getting washed down the road. It's nuts.
Is this what it's like living in Seattle?
I don't think it rains that much every day. It's like it rains and drizzles a lot. I have cousins that live there.
Okay.
I don't think it's like this all the time.
It's just, well, here's the deal, and their infrastructure is set up that they can absorb that water.
Right, that's true.
Here we can't.
Right, not all at once.
Because we never see water.
Not like that.
Right.
No, we've been in this extreme drought, which is the good news. We're finally out of extreme drought. We're now in like moderate drought.
Right.
So anyways, it got us talking and thinking about crazy weather stories. I mean, you come from one of the coldest places on the planet, Winnipeg.
Canada.
I come from one of the craziest places, Tornado Alley in Oklahoma.
Right.
So we figured...
And baby Huey's from Alameda.
Yeah.
I'm an island boy.
Which is just, he's an island boy. Islands. I love it. So we figured we'd have some crazy stories. So you said you defied death.
I defied death in my story. And I got to tell you, it was in the middle of a freaking blizzard, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, as a single guy, I was getting in my car and I was leaving the area. I was in Dauphin, Manitoba, where my first radio station was. And I worked there 6 days a week, and I would drive back to the city, and it was like a 4.5 hour drive, one day off a week. And I would get in my car after work at like midnight, drive till 5 a.m. to spend one day in the city, and then the next day drive back for my shift in the evening again.
Wow, that's commitment.
But that's commitment. That's 9 hours of friggin' driving for one day off just to get out of the hellhole.
Yeah.
So, of course, near the end of my shift, it just starts friggin'. There's a snowstorm that was the snowstorm of snowstorms, right? But I had my day off. So I get in my car, and I get on the highway, and I knew halfway through this trip that I was making a fucking mistake. I am driving. You can't see more than 2 feet in front of your car. And there's just snow all over the place. And it's a 2-lane highway. And it's the only mountainous area in the province of Manitoba where there were actually, I don't say mountains, maybe hills.
Right.
But they're big fucking hills.
They're big enough.
They're big fucking, to me, this is the Rocky Mountains.
Right.
Because I'm driving during the snowstorm and the ditches are 30 feet deep on each side of the friggin' freeway.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or highway, because there's no freeway. It's a 2-lane highway. So I'm driving and I hit black ice at about 2 a.m. And my car goes into a friggin' spin that I spun like 3 times around. I did 360s. It was friggin' unbelievable. And I'm going 60 miles an hour. So as I'm driving, I'm going 60 miles an hour and I'm spinning and there's snow flying all over the place. And the only thing I can think of, if I go in this frickin' ditch, I'm dead.
You're dead. You're done
I am fucking dead.
Oh, my God.
So somehow I managed to keep the car on the road, and I am facing the exact direction that I want to be facing in the middle of the road. But I'm in the fucking smack dab in the middle of the road.
You spun out and basically
3 times and friggin' ended up in the middle of the friggin' road. I was doing maneuvers on this friggin' steering wheel and hitting the brakes, pumping them and then not pumping them, took the foot off the gas. put it in neutral so your car wouldn't friggin' keep on going forward.
Right.
Anything I should have done with a defensive driving course, I did.
So you did a great job.
Instinctively.
Okay.
However, there was so much friggin' snow flying that my car stalled.
Oh.
And now I'm sitting there in the middle of fucking nowhere, in the middle of the road. And I go, the car won't start.
Oh, God.
And now I start panicking because over the hill, I see the lights of a semi-trailer coming. And I've got nothing. I mean,
You're
completely
a sitting duck.
no electricity in this friggin' car. They couldn't even see friggin' headlights.
Oh!
So I'm, okay, this is not good. What am I going to do? Now I think I flooded the car. So now you've got to keep the foot directly on the gas to overflood it so there's enough gas to start it up. It started, and I swear to God, I had 150 feet before I friggin' started my car before this semi-trailer came. Got onto my side, and then I think he saw me because my lights automatically turned on when I started.
Yeah.
And right by my car.
Oh, my legs are jello.
Yes.
Oh,
that is my bad weather story. I don't think I'll ever get one worse than that.
I hope you never get one worse than that. You basically did a movie stunt.
I did a movie stunt with my friggin' driving, and then did another one avoiding the friggin' tractor trailer.
That makes my toes tingle.
Yeah.
What about you, Huey?
I think of the time when we were little, my brother and I, our parents took us to Reno. We stayed at Circus.
That right there, scariest story we have.
Right.
Just that one line.
How many people were walking through Circus, smoking cigarettes while pulling along an oxygen tank?
Seriously, though. Oh, my God. I have the shivers just thinking of Circus.
But we were staying at one of our room was like up higher up on one of the higher floors.
Yeah.
And this all of a sudden.
You were in the penthouse? Woo, woo.
Wow, you were living large at Circus.
The Del Boys. Look at them go.
But so all of a sudden it had a big rainstorm coming through Reno. It was just raining, but mostly it was just the wind was so hard. It was blowing everything up from the ground, elevated high up. And I remember we were sitting in the room just looking out the window, and these trash cans were just being blown up like alongside the hotel going way up high. It was like these winds were just pushing everything up. And we were like, oh my God, is they going to come crack our window or something?
No kidding.
So we were just kind of freaking out there. But
because they're in the penthouse suite on the 4th floor.
But yeah, the trash cans
Only the best for the Del Boys.
Exactly.
Come on.
But yeah, the trash cans was blown up by the big clown that's outside.
Stop it with the clown. You're making this so much fun. Yeah, I'm sure.
The mascot.
The mascot.
The clown mascot from the Circus. Can you imagine, Chasta, if you got into that room and you hate clowns and you opened up your window and there was like a 40-foot clown staring at you in the window?
Oh, my God. Okay, legitimate
we
question.
We should get an endorsement.
No. Legitimate question, because whenever I'm in Vegas or Reno, for that matter, and I see the Circus, I don't look. Okay. Do you have to walk through a mouth of a clown to get in the hotel?
No. It's just standing outside and just at night it lights up.
The clown lights up. You actually walk through his anus.
That's not just a nightmare for me. That's a nightmare for everybody.
But no, I mean, luckily we just waited out and then, everything died down.
Wouldn't you think you were on drugs, though? If you're in the Circus in Reno and you've got trash cans flying by your high-rise window, I'd be like...
And you're looking at a 40-foot fucking clown out your window?
I accidentally did meth today. That's what happened.
Exactly.
You would definitely think that. Reno has that ability to somehow get meth in your body when you didn't mean to. So I came from Tornado Alley in Oklahoma. I mean, we had tornado season every year. This is why the conversation of, would you rather have a tornado or an earthquake always is tough, because I'm like, earthquakes are really bad when they happen.
Yeah.
But tornadoes happen for a season every year.
And you just never fucking know.
No.
You never know with an earthquake either.
Right.
But an earthquake is like sex with me. It's really quick.
It usually is. Not always. You have your better days, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So I have lots of tornado stories, but I'll never forget. I was in my car driving, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I was driving home from the lake. So it's possible I might have had a beverage or two in me as well.
Right.
Because I was young and dumb. We've all done it. Don't judge me. So I'm driving by myself, and it's just torrential thunderstorms. Like you were saying, like can't see the end of your car, right? And I'm on backwoods, one lane highways.
The exact same thing. It's the 1 and 2 lane roads with ditches on each side. And you're like, I mean, if I drive off into a ditch here, no one will find me. Thank you.
And P.S. This is in the 90s, so there's no cell phones. It's not like I would have had any way to get a hold of anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm driving, and I can barely see, and all of a sudden the lightning starts. And lightning in Oklahoma is spectacular. It's beautiful.
It lights up the sky. It was really something.
It can turn it into daytime. Midnight can all of a sudden be noon. It's wild. But all of a sudden, it lights up the sky, and I see tornadoes like all around me. Like you can't see them when it's dark.
Right.
But when the lightning strikes, I have chills just from my head to my toe just thinking about it. You can see them, and I'm like, this is how I die.
Like the movie Twister?
Yeah.
Except there's all over the place.
And you can't see them. So I'm driving, and I'm like, if it's not lightning, it might hit me at any time, and I don't know it's coming. So I'm alone. I mean, completely alone, middle of the night, torrential downpours, and I know tornadoes are all around me. The fact that I made it home that night and I didn't crash or get swept up like the cow in Twister.
Right.
Well, I'm thinking of Wizard of Oz.
Totally.
I mean, land nicely in a nice, fantasy
Wizard
land.
of Oz is a fact in Oklahoma. That's what you live and die by. I shouldn't say that, knock on wood. I mean, it's terrifying. But anyways, yes, the lightning saved my life, I guess, because I could kind of see where they were. Although it wouldn't have mattered, because if they'd have scooped me up, I'd have definitely been dead. But we had plenty of moments where we had like crazy damage. Part of the garage gets ripped off from a tornado.
Now,
I don't miss that at all.
Here's the thing, okay? And just for that alone, I will take an earthquake any day of the week.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Right?
Now, I feel like I should knock on wood.
I just want to say this, though. That the thing I would hate the most about those storms in Oklahoma, I fucking hate snakes.
Oh.
And you were telling me once when there was a lot of rain that, I mean, snakes were everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're in the doors. They're in boats.
They come out of your, like in your bathtub, out of your spigot. That's what we call it in Oklahoma. What do they call it? Faucet, whatever.
Yeah.
They come out of the faucet, like crawl out in your toilet.
Poisonous snakes. So you could be sitting down, taking a dump, and all of a sudden a friggin' poisonous snake comes and bites you in the balls.
I can't tell you how many times my mom has killed a snake. You've killed a snake with
with my hockey stick. I was the neighborhood snake killer in my neighborhood.
My mom always killed them with a hoe. That's a true story.
Right. Oh, hoes are good too.
Garden hose are good because they'll just chop them in half.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, snakes, because the floods, they flood, and then the snakes are everywhere. They're literally everywhere.
See, I could not live like that. I can't fucking stand snakes.
So between the tornadoes and the snakes, you're out. You're not gonna. Yeah.
Done.
I was thinking of having a bonehead family trip to Oklahoma.
Done. No, I'm not in. If it has anything to do with friggin' snakes coming through a fucking toilet and biting me in the balls, I'm out.
Snakes on a motherfucking plane in my motherfucking toilet. Oh my God. We need a better disclaimer on the beginning of this podcast.
Right.
All right. Well, there's our stories, kids. We hope you've made it through the rain and the storms. I'm just looking at the weather app, and it legitimately look at all this sunshine. Look at that.
Wonderful.
Isn't that a beautiful sight? So as far as we can see, sunshine. So here's to better days. Thank you for listening to the Bonus Bone podcast. We appreciate you always. Make sure you subscribe to 107.7 The Bone wherever you get your audio. And we'll talk to you next time.
Love.
Love.
Woot woot.